Hello there everyone, welcome back to This Merry Game. Wallace and Gromit, episode 1, Fright of the Bumblebees. And I did actually discover something really simple that I missed before. There was a cup of butter in the refrigerator that I didn't think I would be able to pick up, but I discovered that I could, and that I could place it on this green tray where the where the squirrely thing would go. So I don't know, let's just try another toast and see what happens. That butter doesn't really look quite alright, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Okay, so supposedly there was also a setting to do this. I wonder if the screen resolution is what I want it to be. Well, it doesn't matter. For this episode, it's going to be what it is right now. Did that even warm the egg? I mean, I know I fiddled with the stove before and might have heated the pan, but... oh well, let's just go and see what happens. Oh, no. Oh, okay, so we could go and pick that up, huh? Yeah, that is my reaction when I sniff cheese.
Don't push me buttons, Gromit.
I will too. Now, record player in a
You won't
suitcase. I
find me
think I actually
breakfast
seen
up
that.
there, Gromit.
I didn't mean to go there. The game clicked that place for me.
That, Gromit, was the sound of my belly. It's saying what I'm too polite to mention. Breakfast is late.
Oh, have some honey.
How sweet of you, Gromit. Ooh.
I see
Where
what
are
you
the
did there,
eggs
good
and-
sir. Yeah. Bread. Here's your toast, my
Come
good
to
man.
a turn. My compliments to the chef. But I'm
If you
still
say so.
one egg short of a breakfast.
Well, we just happen to have that fixed.
Cracking
Possibly.
eggs, Chuck. Now that's what I call a breakfast feast. Wasn't so difficult, was it, lad? With a hearty plate of eggs and toast under me belt, I'm ready to take on the world. Gromit, I've a strange feeling this is the day our fortunes are going to change.
Ah, that would be the guy who...
May I have a word?
If it's about yesterday's little mishap,
Oh no, you see,
I can assure you it was an accident, Mr. Pinner, and I'll certainly pay for the damage to your grocery shop. I was just putting the Sniffer 3000 through its paces. It's still only a prototype, you know.
Oh, I realize that, Mr. Wallace.
And what better place to test out a cheese detector than in a shop with such an excellent selection of cheeses?
Happen. But you'll still have to pay for the damage, I'm afraid.
Yes, of course. I'll put it all right. Though funds are, how can I put this, a little tight at the moment. Only until our new business is up and running.
Aye, well, that's what I'm here to talk about. I understand you and Gromit are in the honey business now.
Fresh deliveries daily, from bee to you.
Ah, well, perhaps I can help you get on your feet. I'm having my annual sounding of the Crumpets Festival, and I'm clean out of honey. Can you deliver 50 gallons?
50 gallons?
By tonight?
Tonight?
It'll more than cancel your debt, and it'll be good advertising for you. What do you say?
I say... yes! We're in business, lad! Heads up.
50 gallons
No
of honey
time
is
for
quite a
slacking.
lot of honey, Mr.
From
Guy.
B to U has landed its first major order. 50 gallons of honey by tomorrow. I want this place to be a hive of activity. It's your chance to show the world what sort of workers you are. They're certainly buzzing with excitement. Or maybe they're hungry. Did you remember to feed them this morning, Gromit? Never mind, lad. I'll do it.
Okay, so control switches around between the characters. That is... yeah. I mean, not unheard of. Good to know. The rendering glitches there on his face. I wonder if that's something to do with the resolution. Yeah. So, I somehow think the resolution is not as high as I want it to be, but I will...
The remote control for my Sniffer 3000. Too bad about the teething problems. Still, this might come in handy.
yeah, I'll just look into that between episodes.
Flowers. The perfect meal for a hungry hive.
It is the nectar though, right? Not the flowers.
Nothing like an inspirational poster to boost worker productivity. For some reason, my boys aren't terribly fond of this one. The
Yeah, this is-
magnetronic pollinator is the linchpin of the operation. My workers get their rations mechanically. No foraging in flower beds for them.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is so much like the, do they call it claymation? Well, anyway, let's just stick the flowers in there and see what happens.
Bon appetit. Oh. Not exactly a flood, is it?
Not exactly 50 gallons, no.
Flowers, Gromit. That's the weak link in our production chain. We need more flowers.
Okay, so... Oh, teacup. No teacup for you.
Any more honey to speak of? Not enough flowers to tip the balance yet. Not to worry, I've got a few ideas.
Yeah, Wallace is never short of ideas. Good ideas, though, is another story.
My workers are very devoted to their queen. Something to cogitate on.
The bees are just forming up. Okay, well, yeah, that's
Ah, there's the
That's good, I
hatch
guess.
from me rocket ship. Remember that moon holiday, Gromit?
I don't. But oh, okay, there's a clue for us. We mess with the record player. The bees leave the hive for a minute. Why do we need that, though?
Now where can I find a whole lot of flowers in a hurry?
In your neighbor's gardens, of course. Never stopped you before. Why do we need this? Ah. Okay, so that's how you use the inventory. Right click. And then you can use that on something else.
So that's where the dog tags went. I'm sure Gromit will be glad to get them back.
Of course. Well, anyway, let's go out and look for flowers.
Beautiful morning, Mr. Wallace. I'm pleased to see you've emerged from your subterranean lair.
How many of those flowers can I steal, please?
No flowers in here.
Why?
Been doing a spot of gardening, have you, Miss Flit?
Working my green fingers to the bone. But the hard work appears to be paying off.
Indeed it does.
Blooms everywhere. I call it my purple paradise.
It certainly looks delicious. I mean, I imagine it would look delicious if you were an insect.
You mean if I were a bee?
Well, now you mention it,
You want to feed my flowers to your bees?
that is, if you don't mind,
How many would you like?
as many as you can spare.
Oh, you can have all you want, Mr. Wallace.
Oh, much obliged, Miss Flit.
Here, you can jolly well grow your own.
Righto.
Yes, well... I guess... guess that's what we're gonna have to do. Seeds on ground?
There now, with hard work and a little luck, you should have a nice bed of flowers in 2 or 3 months.
I can't wait 2 or 3 months. I've got a deadline. This evening.
Oh, you poor simple man. Nothing grows that quickly.
I wonder. Rex Armstrong's Quick Grow Muscle Formula. Watch them sprout in seconds. If it works on people, perhaps I could adapt it to work on flowers. 3 miracle ingredients. Grow-Team, Energize, Strongium. Well, I need a miracle, and fast. Shouldn't be too tricky to knock up a batch myself. Then we'll see who's got the grandest garden in West Wallaby Street. The hive will be humming in no time.
Okay, so Protein, Strongium,
Let me see.
and
What-
Energize.
Not so
Okay, we can speak to you. That's a sign.
Caught you! Can't take an old soldier by surprise.
Morning, Major Crumb.
It is, if you don't mind enemy invasions.
I beg your pardon.
Didn't you get my message? Received intelligence of a major air assault. Expect the sirens to sound any minute. Hope you know where your nearest air raid shelter is.
I do recall something about that, but Major Crumb, are you sure you're not mistaken?
I know. I've made predictions before, but I'm not crying wolf. This time, I've got proof.
Jar?
It's what's inside the jar that counts. Incontrovertible evidence that the enemy is on the move.
Does it? I can only see a snail.
Of course it's a snail. But what's she trying to tell us? That's the important thing.
What is she trying to tell us?
Look at her, man. She's retreated into her shell in the middle of the day. And that means only one thing. It means she knows trouble is about to strike from the heavens. Law of nature, Wallace. Learned it in France during the war. Never wrong yet.
I mean,
Good man, Wallace. I see you at least appreciate the seriousness of the situation. Now, spread the word. If people don't believe what an old soldier has to say, perhaps they'll listen to the snail. You're looking at my case, aren't you, Wallace?
Well, I suppose I was, Major.
I mean,
like to know
well,
what's
that's a thing
inside.
that happened.
I am curious, yes.
Ah, this case is packed full of government-issue protein bars.
Protein.
Rations, Wallace. Emergency rations for... Emergencies, obviously. Been stockpiling them since the war. Enough nutrition in them to feed a man under fire for a whole day.
And very tasty they look, too.
Tasty. They're foul, but packed with high-strength protein.
I'd love to try one.
Out of the question, I'm afraid. You don't have clearance. And besides, protein bars are only issued in the event of civil emergencies. Orders are orders, Wallace.
Okay. So how do we finagle ourselves into possession of some protein bars? What can we find in here, I wonder?
Ah, Mr. Wallace.
Ah, you. I'm sure you would love to speak to
I'm
us.
looking forward to your Festival of Crumpets, Mr. Paneer.
I'm afraid you're barred from my store, Wallace,
Oh, that's unfortunate.
due to the devastation caused yesterday by your invention. Ever so sorry, Chop.
Well, let's just move on then.
Don't forget, Mr. Wallace, 50 gallons by sunset.
And I do wish Wallace luck with that.
Pity it's closed. Oh, I could murder a sausage roll or two.
Huh. There's a splash here. Why? Why is it called a splash?
Ah,
Okay. Let's move on then.
Wonder if the landlord would be interested in subscribing to my honey service. No sense in looking for new orders when I haven't fulfilled the first.
Huh. You mean you're sensible? Imagine that. Ah, I see flowers.
Could those be? I couldn't help but notice the flowers on your window ledge, Mrs. Gabberly.
Aye, lovely, aren't they? Bring a touch of summer to the town square. Especially the purple pansies. Always been partial to pansies, me. You should see the flat. It's full of them.
Blinking weeds, if you ask me. Can't abide them.
Oh, go and suck a lemon, you moaning ninny. Oh, now look what you've done, you clumsy oaf. And open up that window when I'm yelling at you.
All right. But only to prove your insults don't get to me anymore. I can deflect them all.
Is that so?
Mind if I just steal that?
I'd be happy to take these flowers off your hands, Mrs. Gabberly. That is, if they make your husband unhappy.
That's a good reason to keep 'em, to my way of thinking. But go ahead if you want 'em.
Much obliged.
Okay. I have achieved something.
Oh. Pardon me, Mrs. Gabberly. I wonder, that is, could you spare a...
Verb.
Sorry?
Give me a verb, Wallace. An action word.
Oh, playing a word game, are we?
In a manner of speaking.
Oh, well, let's see. A verb.
Savage could be a verb. Melt is also a verb. Chew, stuff, spot.
Chew is an action.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one. Now I need a thing.
A thing.
Aye, you know, something physical you could touch.
Something I can touch.
Chew toads. No. Chew dodos. Yeah, let's try
My
this.
suggestion would be prove.
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Savagely? Mildly? Greasily? Gentlemanly? Blustery?
I know. Blustery.
Oh, that's a corker, that is. Last one, nearly done. I need another thing. Or like a person or animal.
A person or animal? Now, let me see now.
I am dying to find out what I have just done. Blustery, Dodo, why not?
You can't go wrong with dodo.
Yes, that's a thing.
Yes, this is going to be a thing. I can tell.
Hey!
What is it now?
Oh, chew! A prune, you blustery! Dodo!
I am a bit Mr. Dodo. Too kind and trusting for this world.
A a good solid insult, I thought. But maybe we need to think different.
What is this game? Okay, so we're gonna be doing the Monkey Island 1 and 3 thing, I guess. Sort her out with some insults for her husband. Well, yeah. I'm intrigued. Stay tuned for next episode. More will be forthcoming, for sure.